How did you survive being kidnapped? I was 16, working my first real job at a smoothie place called Juicebox near the mall. It was a Tuesday night in March, slow as usual for a weekday. My shift ended at 9 and I was the only employee closing up. My manager Derek had left early because his kid was sick. He showed me how to lock up the register and said he trusted me to handle it. I felt so responsible and grown up. I finished cleaning the blenders and mopping the floor around 9:15, grabbed my backpack from the storage room and locked the front door behind me. The parking lot was basically empty except for my beat-up Honda and one white van parked kind of far away under a broken light. I remember thinking that was weird but didn't think much of it. I was halfway to my car when I heard footsteps behind me. Before I could turn around, someone grabbed me from behind and put a cloth over my mouth. It smelled like chemicals and made my head feel fuzzy immediately. I tried to scream but nothing came out right. Next thing I knew, I was waking up in the back of a moving van. My hands were zip-tied together and my head was pounding. I could see through the front windshield that we were on a highway, lots of trees, barely any cars. The driver was this older guy, maybe 40s, wearing a baseball cap. He kept looking at me in the rearview mirror. When he saw I was awake, he said not to scream or he'd have to knock me out again. His voice was so calm and normal, which somehow made it scarier. I asked where he was taking me and he ignored the question. Just kept driving. My phone was gone. My backpack was gone. I had nothing. But then I remembered something from a true crime podcast I listened to. The host always said, if you get kidnapped, make yourself human to your kidnapper. Make them see you as a real person. So I started talking, told him my name was Ashley, said I had a little brother named Kyle who was 12 and obsessed with skateboarding. Mentioned my mom was probably freaking out right now because I was supposed to text her when I got home. The guy didn't respond at first, but I saw his grip on the steering wheel tighten. I kept going, talked about how I was saving up for college, how my cat Pepper always slept on my pillow, how my dad taught me to change a tire last summer. Just normal life stuff, trying to make him realize I wasn't just some random girl he could make disappear. After about 20 minutes, he pulled off the highway onto this dark back road. My heart was racing. I thought this was it. But instead of stopping, he slowed down and said something I wasn't expecting. He said his daughter would be about my age now if she was still alive. She died in a car accident 3 years ago. I didn't know what to say to that, so I just said I was sorry. He went quiet for a long time. Then he pulled over on the side of the road and just sat there with the engine running. I could see his hands shaking on the wheel. He told me he'd been planning this for weeks. Watching this smoothie place, waiting for a night when someone closed alone. Said he wanted to hurt someone the way he was hurting. Make another family feel what he felt. But hearing me talk about my brother and my parents made him think about his daughter. How she used to tell him about her day, what she was saving money for, all the little details of her life he'd never hear again. He reached back and cut my zip ties with a pocket knife. Told me there was a gas station about a mile up the road. Said I should go there and call someone. Then he just drove off, leaving me standing on the side of this dark highway. I ran to that gas station so fast I thought my legs would give out. The clerk let me use the phone to call my mom. Police found the guy 2 days later. Turns out he'd been in and out of psychiatric facilities since his daughter died. They arrested him, but he ended up in a mental health program instead of prison. I had to do therapy for months after. Still can't close the smoothie place alone without someone waiting for me in the parking lot. But I'm alive because I made him remember his daughter was a real person, and that made him remember I was too.